What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Fig Heel YouTube channel, and it's that time of the week. We're going to take a look at all of the wrestling figure reveals that we saw this week. All right, Fig fam, it is time for this week's wrestling figure reveals, becoming one of a top video on our channel. So very glad you guys are enjoying it. I love making it. I love seeing all the new stuff and keeping track of everything. So let's get right into it. We're going to start off with some independent companies, as we always do, and work our way up to the mainstream stuff like Mattel, Jazzwares, AEW, WWE, all of that. But we're going to start off with Mil Mascaras. Now, this is available on Mil Mascaras' personal website. It comes in a box set. It is a t-shirt, mask, and figure. There's two variants of the figure, mask, and shirt. I believe that the set is like $173 American. If you're into that, I like it. I think it's very cool. I like the old retro style packaging. Comes with an additional mask head at the bottom, but I don't know if you can swap that on or off. I couldn't really tell from the video and pictures, but the color scheme's cool. You know, red, green, looks very, very Christmassy to me. And this is the other one. To me, this is a more traditional Mil Mascaras right here. The silver, the black, but as you can see, he comes with the additional head as well. So if you're into that, check it out on Mil Mascaras' personal website, official website. We also saw some card art from Top Rope Collectibles. They showed off the Marcus Alexander Bagwell. There's going to be two variations in the black and white. That's the quote-unquote rookie sensation. And then we have in the Stars and Stripes, which is the Stars and Stripes Superstar, which I think is the more toyetic one. That's probably going to be the flagship one that everybody goes after. It's going to be the main primary variant is my assumption. But I like that they kept these very WCW Galoob-esque. You'll notice that they have little quotes on the carding up here. On the rookie one, it says taking advantage of every opportunity. And for the Stars and Stripes, it says he wrestles for his country. So total card variants, which is very, very cool to see. They could have easily gotten one card and just, use it on both figures. So pretty cool. Each one's going to have a unique carding. We did see from Title Run Toys another hand-painted prototype. This one I think is way better than last week's. This is Wrath. I think the likeness is much better. I know some people are saying that the arms are too long. Hasbro's are stylized to have longer arms and legs, in my opinion. However, some companies like way overdo that. I don't think this is overdone. I do think that the legs are underdeveloped. That's my issue. I don't think it's the arms. I think it's the legs being way too underdeveloped. They're not muscular, and the feet are very skinny, as are the calves. So that's the one thing I would change, but I love the colors, love the sculpt. I think this is much an improvement from the Paul Orndorff. And Rush Collectibles showed off another Donald Trump variant. This is, I will do a disclaimer. This is not a political figure. In my opinion, this is a wrestling figure, Ringmasters. This is part of the Ringmasters line. That's why I'm reporting on it. This is not about politics, just showing you that a wrestling figure of Donald Trump is getting another repaint in Stars and Stripes, Old Glory, only 250 of them. And if all 250 sell out, you will get a Trump championship belt. If you're into that, go over Rush Figures. Zombie Sailor Toys. Now, this one blew my mind because I wasn't sure if Steve Lombardi was still under contract with Zombie Sailor Toys. This is years ago that he showed off the original drawing from Ron Rudat. This looks nothing like that. Looks nothing like that, and I'm happy because I think this looks better. The sculpt on this head is unbelievably uncanny to Steve Lombardi. I'm mind blown. In my opinion, if this stays at this caliber, this could be one of Zombie Sailor Toys' best head sculpts, period. I mean, the mask, he's got the cigar sticking out. The hair is sculpted. The lips, the snarl, the nose, like it's all there. This looks just like Steve Lombardi. Hopefully that shirt has some tears in it because if you're doing the Brooklyn Brawler, you got to have some tears in the shirt, right? So only time will tell, but man, to start off, this looks excellent. The only worry is that this is at this stage in the game, after all these years, it's probably going to be, I would say, 2 years until we actually have this figure. Mitch from Hastel Toy Grapplers and Gimmicks showed off some samples, some production samples, painted and unpainted. First, we saw Tatanka. There's two different versions. I will show more pictures of Tatanka as we go. We saw the new Rockers, Leaf Cassidy and Marty Jannetty. I think both look great. The Leaf Cassidy especially, but I love that we're getting a match in Marty. Very excited for this 2-pack. And then Tully Blanchard. Now, he scaled down the torso on these a little bit, so it does look much better than the original prototype that we saw. I think the head sculpt looks just like Tully. The sculpted hair, he's got the pointing finger. I mean, what more could you ask for? And then there's the matching arm, again, scaled down the chest, so it looks a little bit more Hasbro-esque. And we have Jean-Pierre Lafitte right there. Very excited for that. Very excited. Look at the swashbuckling boots, the sculpted on cross and the necklace, the eye patch. Everything about this, this looks like a legit Hasbro. This looks like this could have came out back in the 90s. I'm very excited to see this painted, and I hope that it does it justice, and I'm sure it will based off how Mitch's product has been going. Major improvements on that front. And here, you'll notice that we have a few more. We got Rhino, Al Snow with head. Not my favorite sculpt, head sculpt that I've seen from Hastel Toy with the different colors in the hair. And I just don't think the likeness is as spot on as all the other ones, but still looks awesome. Back here, you'll see two different Tatankas. One's going to have the headdress, the tomahawk. It's going to have that quote-unquote loincloth and then the necklace. This one is like the corporate Tatanka, right? Heel Tatanka. He's going to have the chopping hand. He's going to have money that he comes with the hold. And then we have here Savio Vega as Quang, or Quang, as Mr. Bruce Pritchard calls it. Very excited to see this getting some figure treatment. And then last but not least, Mitch, he showed off his Jake the Snake Roberts. He looks kind of tall with his extended legs. I'm curious to see how he's going to measure up alongside the other grapplers and gimmicks and Hasbros. But I love that Snake looks like he's going to be very, very movable and soft and actually playable. I like that he can hold it. I like the pose on Jake. The head sculpt looks great. Cannot wait to see this thing colored in. It's gonna be a banger for sure. Epic Toys showed off Wrestling Megastars Series 4, which is going to feature Dr. Death. I think they did a great head sculpt on this one. The body mold, he looks absolutely gargantuan. The mini flames on the boots, that's got to be a tough sell right there. Death on the boots, and comes with the cloth goods entrance robe, which you love to see. Now, this one was supposed to have entrance gear, but Epic Toys said that it was not up to their standards, so they didn't want to include it in the pictures, but it will have entrance gear as they toy with it and make it a little bit better. You will notice that he does have removable horns on there. He's got great detail in these boots. Look at those knee pads and the boots with the fur and then the leather wrapped around. That's awesome. Check out the trunks with all of the fur, the belt with the skull. I mean, this thing is toyetic. This is easily their best figure to date. And then we got Ric Flair. He's in the green trunks. He's got the green Nature Boy robe. To me, it looks a little oversized, a little overdone, but, it is the Nature Boy, so everything he does is overdone, right? I love the knee pads below the knee. It's one of my favorite details when people include that in wrestling figures for Ric Flair. Plus, they got the squared out pecs correct. I'm not a huge fan of the head. Honestly, when I first saw this, I was like, oh my God, Buddy Landell's getting a figure. But then I saw the RF and I was like, oh, okay, it is supposed to be Ric Flair. I get it. And I see the face they were going for. It's not perfect, but I do see the likeness. And then last but not least for Wrestling Megastars, we saw Barry Windham. I think they nailed his facial expression. He comes in interchangeable fist hand and open gloved hand, which I love to see. The boots with the what is that? I don't even know what that is. Phoenix on there? I don't know. The red and white boots look great. The only thing I don't like is this entrance vest. And they did say that the buttons on it are going to be scaled down. These things look like damn apples just chilling on his vest. I don't know why they did that. Maybe even some apple cider donuts just chilling there. I don't know. But they said that these are being fixed and it's going to be scaled down. And my question is, then why include them in the picture? Because they didn't like the Barbarian entrance gear, so they didn't include it in the studio shots. But these they are going to fix because they have huge buttons, but they wanted to include this in the pictures. I didn't really understand that. But I would say just get rid of the buttons. Maybe have them painted on instead of actual plastic buttons. I think it's going to be a tough sell on something like that. Uh, from the All Elite crate, we saw the hologram micro brawler. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This actually comes from Dougie Nunya on Instagram. A lot of colors in this. I love the neon greens outlining everything. The mask is there. Very cool. If I had to guess, though, I wouldn't have thought that hologram was going to be the micro brawler this month. Big Shots. Big Shots has been showing off a lot of their product with the WWE license, and this week's was not a superstar. Nope. This week's was the WWE Undisputed Championship. Looks awesome. Even has printing on the back as it should. I believe Bleacher Creatures did something similar, but I do think this looks a little bit more authentic. Not for me, but still very cool. Would look awesome on a man cave couch, I would say. We also saw a sneak peek of the upcoming WWE Funko Pops Hall of Fame Dudley Boys and Rowdy Roddy Piper. So you got to imagine that Rowdy Roddy Piper and the Dudley Boys are going to be on Fanatics coming soon. Dudley Boys is a 2-pack, comes with their plaques. This is more of like return Dudleys. We got these in the original Elites and then they left again. And then we got what I consider to be definitive Hot Rod, long hair Hot Rod shirt and the kilt. He also comes with his Hall of Fame plaque. Love the Hall of Fame series, so I'll definitely be picking these up. I do think the Dudleys look awesome. I'd love to see some ECW Dudleys. And then we saw studio shots of WWE Mattel SummerSlam Elite Collection for 2025. This is the Build-A-Figure William Regal from SummerSlam 2004. First up, we have Charlotte Flair returning to the Elite line in the all red. She's got all of her tattoos. I love the different shades of red, the new sculpting on the suit there, and head sculpt with the long hair. Looks great. No accessories, though, which was surprising. Consider all the other ones pretty much have accessories. Like here, we have Roman Reigns. He comes with the Ula Fala. He comes with interchangeable hands and an interchangeable head. The heads look very similar, but they are not similar. One is like a man bun one. The other one's hair down. But the face sculpts look the same. They're not identical. They are not identical if you zoom in. However, I think they could have easily gotten away with doing the interchangeable hairpiece for this one. Check that out. Smiling Roman. He's happy as a damn clam. Moving on, we saw Triple H. This one is a little lackluster, as is the whole set, in my opinion. But here we got Triple H. I never liked this head sculpt because of the hair. It kind of looks like some dangling turd dreads right there. He does come with his sledgehammer. I dig the gear. It's one of my favorite incarnations of his logo is when he would do the outline in the red. But yeah, I do not like that head. And what I consider to be the star of the set here, we got Shawn Michaels coming in. Gene Shawn with the wife beater, and then he had his entrance gear over it. It was so different and odd that I'm glad we're getting it in figure form. And I do think that it translated pretty well in figure form. Look at that. This is the same WrestleMania XX Elite entrance gear for Shawn from his WrestleMania 14. Looks awesome, though. And then you can get them all to build William Regal. 2004, here he is with the bandage over his eye, black eye. He's snarling. And then as a bonus, you get an additional Regal head right here, which to me looks more like Jeremy Padawer with those flowing locks. I would say this is more of like a 2011, 2012 era William Regal. Still looks good. I love Build-A-Figure, so I got to pick this up so I can build it. Just wish that the rest of the lineup was just a little bit more appetizing for the palate, but it is what it is. And last but not least, some breaking news from WWE and TNA that there is an official partnership between the two. So what does this mean for merchandising? Will we get WWE TNA branded merchandise? Will we get some inclusion of TNA superstars in the Mattel line? I'm not so sure, but I think this is going to definitely enhance that Power Town contract. We shall see. I'm very excited to see what this brings for us, but you got to imagine that in the Royal Rumble, we are going to see some TNA talent, kind of like we did with Jordan Grace, but I imagine quite a bit more. So yeah, a lot of good stuff this week. Comment below. Let me know which figure you're most excited about picking up as soon as they come. A lot of cool stuff, but You got to imagine we're going to have even more to look at next week. So hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Fig Heel. Twitter is at The Fig Heel. Pick up the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, available now on Amazon.com, or simply go to heelbooks.com. Are you a wrestling figure collector of WWE Mattel, AEW Jazzwares, and everything in between? Then you need Fig Heel's Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, the modern edition covering all releases from 2010 to present day. Featuring over 5,000 photos of action figures from the hottest brands, including independent toy makers. Keep track of what you have, want, and need, including loose, mock, and overall collection value. With shots by Matthew Goldberg, the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia is a must-have for collectors. Premium, full-color, and value black and white editions available now on Amazon.com. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Fig Heel. Pick up my book series on Amazon and my merchandise on ProWrestlingTees.com/FigHeel. Join my official sponsor, Whatnot, at WhatHeal.com and receive $15 off your first purchase.